So this is the engine bay for my 62 Galaxie. That is a 302 Windsor. And this is a radiator for an 84 Mercury Grand Marquis. You couple all those things together and take into account the fact that the Windsor style motor was not available in the Galaxie in 62, and suddenly you're going to have a really hard time finding a fan shroud with the correct opening and correct placement to get it all to fit. If you can't find one, might as well make one. Greetings, fellow DIYer, and welcome to another episode of I Didn't Shoot Any Video for That. I did this project about 10 years ago, and at that point did not have a YouTube channel, so there's no video to go with this project. However, I did shoot a lot of pictures. The very first thing that I did was took a whole bunch of measurements and then built a plug out of wood. This plug was assembled very carefully. It was assembled piece by piece with screws holding everything together. And most importantly, it was put together in a way that I could easily disassemble it from behind and pull each piece out individually if I needed to. Once I had the plug together, I took a heavy gauge piece of wire and wrapped it around the very edge and taped it down. The reason for this is the opening for the fan needs to be supported, and this wire was a really good choice. However, casting the wire in the shroud is easier said than done. So I actually used the wire as part of the plug to shape the shroud, and then we'll circle back to how I actually attached it to the shroud. Once I had everything put together, I went through and covered every corner, every edge that was going to see fiberglass with masking tape. This is critically important. In a lot of cases, the fiberglass resin does not soak through the cloth that you are using. However, in some areas, especially corners and things, it can soak through. And if you don't protect those areas with masking tape, you are basically gluing your shroud to the wood and you are going to have a hard time getting it off. I think a clear plastic packing tape would also work very well for this. Of course, masking tape is a little more flexible and it seemed to release just fine with the masking tape. This is where things get a little more interesting. To really get the shape that I wanted, I formed all this out with a piece of fleece. This is black fleece that I picked up at Walmart. And what's really nice about it, it is very stretchy and you can get it to the shape that you want it. I stapled everything down to the round part. And again, we're trying to get the shape that is going to end up fitting around the wire that will be supporting the opening of the fan shroud. This is what it looked like after I had it totally stapled, formed, and pulled. The bottom side, the corners had to be pulled down and stapled around, and you can really see it starting to take shape, and it's really starting to look like a fan shroud. I applied the first couple of coats of fiberglass resin and came up to the edge where the wire was, but didn't go a whole lot past. I ended up dealing with that edge later on. Well, the fiberglass over the fleece blanket or fleece material works very well. It's not as strong as actual fiberglass. So I went and got some fiberglass cloth and laid it over the top of my plug and my fiberglass. And I was able to form it in pretty well. I did have to cut a hole in the middle to get it to stretch and kind of droop the way I wanted it to, but it didn't matter because all that's getting cut out anyway. Once I had the fiberglass fit, I actually had to remove it, thoroughly coat the fan shroud with the fiberglass resin, and then reapply the actual fiberglass mat and get it stretched out, get it back into position, and then liberally coat that with the fiberglass. Interesting that as soon as I coated it with the resin, the black material that I used underneath started showing through the fiberglass. I have not added any paints or dyes or anything to this. Just the black material underneath and the fiberglass mat on the outside. Once I had lots of coats of fiberglass resin and everything had thoroughly cured, I used a really aggressive kitchen knife and went around and trimmed all the excess off the backside. This involved pulling out staples and getting everything cleaned up and then slicing the material off after that. It left a pretty nasty rough edge, so the next step was to don a respirator, because nobody needs to be breathing in fiberglass, and getting out the orbital sander and sanding it smooth. This resulted in nice, clean edges, and everything was lined up perfectly with the back of the plug. This is where things get a little more challenging, because you don't really want to break your brand new fan shroud, but you do have to get it loose from the plug. I very gently took a putty knife and worked it all the way around the plug to loosen it up on the sides. I cut away the excess material in the main opening, and then I started disassembling things. And again, every part of this plug was made with the concept in mind that I may need to disassemble it one piece at a time. And it is really a good idea that I did that. I would have had a much harder time getting this plug out had I not been able to fully disassemble it. As you can see, the plug required complete and total disassembly to get it out. Not a big deal. It can easily be screwed back together if I wanted to make another one. And the convenience that it afforded me in making sure that I was able to get the plug out was well worth it. What you're looking at here is corners. This is areas where the fiberglass actually soaked through the fleece blanket, and had I not used the masking tape, would have stuck to the wood. Making sure that your plug is thoroughly coated with masking tape or another tape to protect it and keep it from sticking is critically important. So here we have the fan shroud out. Now it looks all white and chalky because of the sanding that I did around the edges. It's holding form, it's solid, it turned out way better than even I had anticipated. It now was time to install the wire ring. Thankfully, the wire was already pre-fit. I had a pocket already ready to go for it. And it was just the simple process of applying a liberal amount of resin to the back side of the material and then folding the material over and pinning it down with clothespins. I did make one mistake with the clothespins. I should have coated each clothespin with masking tape, but I did not do that. And so over 100 clothespins there, about half of them did stick. Thankfully, with a little persuasion, I was able to get those clothespins off, but I had to break them to do it. So anything that's coming in contact with the fiberglass needs to be coated with masking tape so that it will not stick. Now that I had my wire held in place, the last step involving the fiberglass resin was to liberally coat the backside. As I said before, there were lots of places where the resin had soaked through the blanket, but there were also lots of places where it had not. And applying a liberal coat to the backside of the shroud just completely resined in everything and gave me a very solid structure. From there, I took the fan shroud and set it up on the motor. Nothing's mounted. This was just a test fit to make sure everything was fitting the way I wanted and to make sure that everything was working as I had planned. From there, I added mounting brackets, just some aluminum L brackets, top and bottom, to be able to mount it to the radiator. And this is what it looks like totally installed on the radiator. This technique worked extremely well. Like I said, I've had this on my Galaxie for about 10 years. There's no cracking, there's no shrinking. Overall, it was a super easy project. It was a super fun project, and I am very happy with the results. The one complaint I had is the edges curled a little bit when it got warm. Now that was something I was easily able to fix by reinforcing them with some aluminum. I wish that I had incorporated that aluminum into the original forming of this. But other than that, it's a fantastic fan shroud. With the motor running and the fan spinning, you can really feel tons of air being drawn through this shroud. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them down in the comments and I'll try and get them answered for you. If you like what you've seen, please click like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.